Alright, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And I pretty much want to get into the topic about being aware of your surroundings, like not just outside the world, but even inside your camps. Because you got guys that can flip at any given time. Because we know that there's niggas everywhere. And but even in this truth, you even have niggas, and that's why we gotta be on the lookout. Even though we understand that we're not always gonna catch it, because we don't know who is a nigga, who ain't. Some play their disguise very well, some are not so well. But we always have to be wary of what of our surroundings, what goes on, what patterns go on. Not to be not to be over skeptical about everything, but just to be aware, because anything can happen. You got these guys that just like to come in just for their own fame and just do whatever they want, and we can't be in the spirit of just trying to let just let things slide just out of nowhere. Because if you see someone trying to mark division in your camp, you gotta jump on that, because it could lead the brothers astray. Because yes, we got. It's bad enough we got our own people to deal with. It's bad enough that we got other Israelite camps to deal with. But the biggest problem is dealing with camps inside our own. Because in order to deal with someone outside, you gotta deal with what you got inside. That's like for instance, going into the world, um, having a friend that has all these sorts of problems, and you over here trying to fix their problems without even trying to fix your problems. And you see that's a problem in itself. Because if you don't fix your problems, how can you help that other person? And that's even going on within our own case, and that's what we gotta be wary of, because we gotta be able to. We gotta. I won't say we won't. We gotta be able to, but we gotta be able to see some things that goes on around us. And of course, we leave it up to the Lord's hands to do everything. But the Lord speak through men, and it's our job to make sure we stay in shape and keep everything in order. So I'm gonna start off with the first scripture. This is 1 John 4:1. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world." And yeah, we understand that goes for the other Israelites that want to just try to do what we do, but uplifting, but doing the bidding of Esau. But you got guys that want to come into our camps and just be all about the fame, and try to supplant brothers to do things, and and try to spoil the fruit that you have. And that's why we gotta be more aware, because you got these are the false prophets that are gone out into the world. You kick the you don't kick the you after you don't find out who they really are. You don't kick them out and then go back into the world, or they off making their own doctrines. And that's even when they try to do it inside your own camps. Like they would go off and making their own doctrines. That's them going out into the world. The world of what? The world of Esau. Esau. And I'm not saying that Esau's blinding them, but it's Esau's philosophies that likes to corrupt things. Esau like to corrupt things, and turning a holy doctrine into something unholy is really the bidding of Esau right there. That's the following the philosophies that Esau does, because he likes to turn and twist things, and he's been known for doing that. But our people, slugger. But our people tend to follow the vain things of this world, and that's what I wanted to go into, because they'll feel like this Christian won't mean that, this Christian won't mean this, and then what they do is they'll flip it, and then when they flip it, they'll go out and try to teach this is what it is and this is what that is, and then try to captivate people to make it seem like they're deep when they're really not. And the whole time they just out there about for the views, and that's what we've been teaching against is we're not for the views, we're for the elect, and that's what these guys don't tend to understand because we have teachers that teaches us these things. But when you have a student, and we see in this school all the time, but when you have a student that's constantly rebellious, and mind you, we're the students and the apostles are the teachers. You have that constant rebellion. They won't listen. They'll turn away from what they've been taught. So what these guys do is they were like, nah, that's not what that scripture means. This is what this scripture means. Like they actually been in here for the longest time, and they really have it. And these are the guys that you gotta watch out for because these are the ones that will try to supplant other brothers to believe that, and that's what we are against. So I'm gonna get the next scripture. Give me a second. All right, I got let's see what this is Second Corinthians 11:13. It says, "For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Yahushua." And that's what they do is they want to come into this thing and make it seem like, oh yeah, we're about this. The whole time they just trying to corrupt what's already been set forth, and then they just try to flip everything into it's like their own little world when they just corrupting the fruit. They trying to corrupt the truth, and that's a cancer to the body. We have to cut that cancer out so the body can live. Because without if that cancer was to spread through the whole body, that body is pretty much gone. It's dead. Now you done got the whole entire camp following into views or into getting women or whatever wicked doctrine they end up following. And I know that happened to some camps that did have that issue. You got other camps that will have the same issue, and they'll brush that demon off because they don't want to go astray from the Lord, and that comes with the constant prayer that we gotta keep going with. So actually, I'm gonna get this last scripture right here. This is 2 Timothy 4:3. It says, "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine," and that's what they're doing right now. They will not endure sound doctrine, even when they come to this truth. To say they will try to say they're really about being for Yahweh Shah. The whole time they were like, "This ain't happening quick enough," or some of these scriptures ain't right, so I'm gonna go off and do my own thing. And that's what it is right there. It says, "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine," and that's exactly what they be doing. But guess what? Even going further into what I was talking about, it says, "But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears." And it says it right there. But after their own lust, this is this is what they want. This is not what they want to do for the Lord. This is what they want to do for themselves. To see that, oh, we got these women or we got the views, we're getting popular. But we're not supposed to be popular. You're supposed to be hated. And this is what, and to be hated means you've been hated for the Lord's sake. You ain't being hated for the Lord's sake. You being loved for your own sake. So you could be the so-called top teacher to be out there captivating the wrong people, and that's wrong. But this even goes for the guys that was in this truth, that was in here for their own vain thing, for their own vain glory. Once they find out it doesn't work, they'll go off and do their own thing. So this is why I pull out these scriptures because we had to watch out for these guys. These guys will pull up any crazy thing, will try to corrupt brothers, will try to do all sorts of crazy things. And like I said, it's not to be over skeptical about any brother you have in your camp. It's just the fact that if you see those signs, you gotta be ready to question it. If is this guy actually being right, or is he just being another wicked nigga? And that's what we gotta be very wary of. So hopefully this lesson was edifying. So with that, Shalom and death to Babylon.